Libra. Welcome to your November reading. All right, so Venus will be in your sign until November 21st. Mars will be across from you in Aries, going direct. Venus opposes Mars. That seems like an even amount of weight on your scales. Just the right amount of weight for you to finally make a decision. Oh boy, hasn't it been just such an introspective time? Well, now it gets to be all about you. No more introspection, no more weighing the scales. You're like, got it, decision, made it, moving forward, and everyone around you will be like, wait, what about me? No, it's not about them. It's about moving forward with your new thoughts, your new ideas, the things you've been dying to do. It's your time now. Sorry, everybody else. You may have to communicate this to them in many different ways because they swear that it's still about you helping them. Sometimes Libras just need to, be self-centered. It's not a bad thing. Sometimes you just have a lot going on and you do take forever to make a decision. So when you finally have all the pieces to the puzzle, Venus and Aries, Venus and Mars, both balancing each other out, of course it's time to make a decision. Of course it's time to be gutsy and bold. Of course it's time to start on that thing that you've been debating and then talking yourself out of and then talking yourself into, and it's exhausting, but you've been doing it and now you don't have to do it anymore. We are a day away from the full moon, and this full moon may not have as much of an impact on you as the lunar eclipse will on the 30th. There is so much for so long, years in fact, that has been up in the air. And the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, the third time it happens now in Capricorn, finally gives you all the pieces. Your scales are just evening out. And when they even out, you move like cardinal air. So anyone who's used to the indecisive you, anyone who's used to the you who will put off your own stuff, excuse me, to be helpful to them, anyone who is used to the self-sacrificing Libra, they're not going to recognize you in November, and that's a good thing. You deserve now to take your seat on that throne. 2 of Pentacles to 3 of Wands, 5 of Cups. Yeah, exactly. You took so long in making these decisions. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you've been contemplating back and forth, you've taken so long. Could be family, could be career. And now finally, you have all the pieces. You're not even back behind the castle walls. You're in front of them. You're out there. You're ready. You're moving. And now all of a sudden, people are concerned that these cups have been spilled. Realistically, these cups were spilled when you first started contemplating what you were about to do. It's just that you wait so long that people start thinking you're never going to do anything. And then all of a sudden you do it and you're like, oh my God, I was successful again. Wow. Maybe you're not procrastinating. Maybe you're not just vacillating for no reason. Maybe that entire time, like Mozart, you're writing the symphony in your head. And then finally, when it all comes together, magic. You move, things happen, success, beauty, love, enthusiasm, and most importantly, power. Now, there is another aspect to this. All of this requires a lot of energy. So it's really important to forgive people. It's really important to move on from whoever took from you, whatever little bit that you may think they took from you, please. The universe is offering you the whole world. No need to worry about these paltry swords and whoever took them. Let them go. Let go of any emotional gunk that may just soak up energy that you need. Like with plants, you have to trim the leaves that are dying because they're still soaking up water and they're taking water from healthy leaves that, need it. So you've got all these healthy new leaves, you've got all this new life, you've got all this new energy, and you have a beautiful thought out way in which you want to direct it. Why sap yourself of the necessary energy by allowing certain resentments, certain, just you're not much on that stuff. You're not much on holding a grudge, but there are some deep hurts that I think that you've held on to for way too long. Everything is evolving this month for you. Venus in your sign really does give you the insight into a few romantic issues that you've been, again, going back and forth about. It gives you, as it moves on the 21st into your second house, it moves into your house of work, then it will give you is it Venus? I'm sorry, maybe I'm saying that wrong. When Venus moves into your house of work, then you'll have this boost, a cessation of worry. That's the way I would like to put it. You have been deeply worried whether you are financially comfortable or not. You've been deeply worried and your anxiety has been triggered since about late March, April when it comes to work. And now finally, end of November, you're like, oh wait, I'm going to be okay. Actually, I'm going to be more than okay. I'm going to make a lot more money than I did before. Wow, how is that possible? I didn't even know that could happen for me. It is happening for you. It is happening for you. And it's really nice to see because all that waiting, it's just very satisfying to see it pay off. It's very satisfying to watch you go into motion, and really just kick ass, because we all know that when you put your mind to something, the way in which you pull it off is what's so enticing. It's not even that you do really well and that you're successful. That kind of we've learned is a given with you guys. It's more this kind of almost absurd nonchalance. Mercury retrograde fucks with me so hard that it seems impossible. Like, how are you pulling this off so easy? How are you making it look so effortless? And you're thinking, yeah, that's why I've been thinking about it for years and not acting on it. So when I actually executed it, it didn't seem like such a big deal. It just seemed like something I did. I love it. Oh yeah, I love it. Is it nonchalance? Never mind. No, it really fucks with me. Mercury really, really fucks with me. So now we have to talk about that lunar eclipse in Gemini, because it is going to bring up some stuff that you want to be quite aggressive about. And I can't, there are times when people will tell you like, no, it's not worth it. I can't stress this enough. It's so not worth it for you to in any way address anyone, the haters, the lovers, everyone. It is time for you to completely put your blinders on, focus on you, and just bask in this energy that's giving you all the impetus you need, all the initiative you need, all the guts you need, all the resources you need. Like, this is like a runaway train. And sure, it's going to hurt some people's feelings. Sure, some people are going to get left behind. Sure, some people may feel neglected for a month. But you know what? At the risk of sounding harsh, like everyone just needs to grow up a little bit and stop being such a baby. You're allowed to have a life. You're allowed to win and go do your own thing. In fact, you have to stay happy. And that's part of what you realize. So when on the 30th, everything starts to, it's getting caught in my lip gloss, if you're wondering. When on the 30th, everything for a moment seems like Gemini frenzied and hyped, and all of a sudden you're upset about something that happened years ago, and you're thinking, maybe I'll just ruin these golden opportunities and this wonderful energy I have by getting mad at somebody. Please don't do it. You will want to. Please don't. Just don't. Just remember what I said and focus on the fact that your scales are finally balanced and that you have all the information, you have the entire thing planned the way you want it, everything is done, and now you just press the button. So press the fucking button. Sorry, I don't know why I cursed through this whole reading. I'm just hype. I'm hype off your energy. You guys are like, just, man, you're swinging those swords, and I love it. I love when you get in this place. I love it. Because I love you so much, it hurts me when you guys are sad. It hurts me when you're, it's just so not a part of your personality to be excessively sad or down. And so when you go through stretches of years where there is something just eating at you, it's difficult to watch. I mean, you're always beautiful. You're always enthusiastic. You're always lovely. It's not that. It's just that those of us who know you well know that sometimes that's an act, It's just really nice that it's not going to be an act. It's nice that you are like full force on 10 and you deserve to be. That's the best part. You deserve to be. So one of the other things that's going to happen that you should keep in mind is that because it's this Venus, your sign and your in your planet in your sign, and then you have Mars in its sign, you will find that you are on the opposite side from many people in November, where they just have the complete opposite view from you, to the point where you're like, I'm the friendly one. Why all this oppositional energy? Go with it. Go with it. From opposition comes learning. From opposition comes evolution. From opposition comes, our most creative work. I had a teacher who was a Libra tell me a long time ago that necessity or oppression creates the best art, right? Like when you have the necessity to subvert something, you can come up with these amazingly creative solutions because you can't say the thing how you want to say the thing. So your art thrives because you find different ways, to say it. So here you are after years of just modulating yourself to make whatever you were thinking about, contemplating, whatever you were dealing with, livable. But now you're not just getting through it, now you're living, right? So when these oppositional moments happen, see them as these beautiful creative opportunities to make even more inspired choices, to create even more inspired aesthetics. You're the one who does this, Oh, and by the way, for those of you who were really annoyed with the Libra video and just couldn't understand what the hell I was doing, that's what the inside of your head sounds like, and you know it. So don't get mad at me. Although I did have a lot of fun doing it. Edna's the best. That's one of my favorite videos. You know I love you, right? Let's look at these cards. Hi, Libra. Welcome to the second part of your reading. I will be drinking water throughout, and I suggest you do the same. It's so drying. All right, let's start with that Hermit. The Hermits come up a lot in the November readings, and as it should. Scorpio season does get very deep, and those of us who are intelligent enough use that depth for some much needed introspection. Of course, you can go the venomous route. Of course, you can dig deep into the psyche and pull up every vicious thing that you've ever thought of someone and let them know. Or you can be the peaceful, pacifist hermit and delve deep within yourself. Right? When you do this, you pull together all the disparate elements that are running around inside the Libra mind. I would say that in some respects, you've been in hermit mode since March. But now, Two of Wands, there's that energy. There's all that prep you were doing. Ace of Swords, there's your go-ahead. There's that new idea, that new thought, that new project that you've been baking for so long. Now you put it into motion in November, Queen of Swords, and the response you get almost right away is so positive, Page of Wands, Ten of Cups, that it's almost laughable because people won't understand how you've been able to pull it off so well. Nine of Wands, but they don't realize how much you've been doing behind the scenes and for how long. What seemed like vacillating Two of Pentacles was, in fact, a very intensive prep, a very intellectual prep. And now it's go time, Three of Wands. That will require all your focus. It's all about you. And is that going to make some people very sad? Sure, especially people who counted you out, people who have in the past not treated you well, people who thought that you would stay in situations where the cups had been spilled because you had no other option, but they didn't know what you were thinking and what you were planning. So leave them to their cups and their sadness. This is also about you letting go of some of those cups that have spilled. The King of Swords next door is letting you know that as soon as you do, you'll be even stronger. But do you see how you're beset on both sides? Five of Cups, Seven of Swords, by what has happened in the past. That November 30th eclipse is frenzied, like I said. And that can be very difficult for you. As we discussed in the Halloween video, your mind can be frenzied to begin with. But now, there is a purpose for it. Let the lunar eclipse show you where these dead branches are that need to be trimmed away, and get rid of them. Just leave it behind. This is not a person. This is not a relationship. This is not a job. This is something that you've been carrying in your heart. And that heaviness does not fit with the intense airiness that comes next. You won't get too far off the ground if you don't lose some of that excess baggage. You feel me? But once you do, oh man. Once you do, it just gets better and better. And better and better and better. And it builds on itself, inshallah. You have so much to be proud of. You have so much to look forward to. More than anything, more than the financial success, more than the emotional peace, and vindication in some cases. There is a satisfaction here. Everything smooths out, and you're able for the first time in a long time to be that friendly, social, playful self. Now, if you're thinking, well, how am I supposed to do that with the whole world going back into lockdown? Oh, you'll find your ways. You always do. So, give yourself the room now to move on things. Trust that the scales have been balanced. Be careful with Mars and Aries as Venus is in your sign. Understand that there are going to be oppositions. Know the difference between when to argue and when to walk away. Don't waste your time. Don't waste an ounce of energy. Nothing at all is worth arguing about. If you want to have a spirited discussion, go right ahead. But as soon as you start to feel like you are being taken from, which you are, get up and walk away. Now is not the time to limit yourself to one person or one thing. In November, you belong to the world, and the world needs you. So everyone else will have to wait. They won't like it, but they'll understand. And don't you dare give up on what you want to do to make other people happy. No more accommodating. Now it's about accomplishments, your accomplishments. And the fact that you deserve them. So go get them. I love you. All right, now let's talk about reading. So if you would like a personal recorded reading sent to your inbox, there's a Cameo link below. If you would like a one-on-one video chat reading, there's a Chatalize link below. And if you are interested in the extended reading, which I'm going to do right now, where we shuffle through for each card and clarify, they've been so lit lately. That comes in two forms. You can get it as an extended reading, where you click through to a PayPal link and you receive the reading in your email inbox. Or you can log on to the Vimeo platform and have an account of your own there with all the videos that you want to purchase, and they'll be there whenever you want to watch them. There are also the Quietest Revolution rings that I'm sure you've seen me wearing in the videos. There is the High Priestess and the Empress. If you would like to see photos of these rings and the Rev Fam wearing them, there is an Instagram link below to our rings account and a link to buy the rings if you're interested. We have a new ring coming out soon called The World. I'm very excited about that. Also, if you're interested in a daily horoscope where we take a look at the daily astrological transits and how it affects each sign, it's so much fun. If you're interested in that, come join the Rev Fam, join the family at the Quietest Revolution on Instagram. We have a lot of fun. We hang out all the time. Yeah, come hang out. I love you so much. I'm so, so, so happy for you, genuinely. It's been a much longer, harder road than you ever let on. And to be perfectly honest, it's one of my favorite things about you. You're so, so, so much stronger than anyone ever gives you credit for. I mean, if others had gone through the past few years that you've gone through, they wouldn't even be able to crack a smile, let alone look flawless and be out here like nothing is even wrong. Only you guys can do that. It's the most pretty kind of toughness, and I have so much respect for it. Really, you don't let your problems be other people's problems. You are so conscious of not
smearing your stuff on others. It's so considerate. It's so polite. It's so appreciated by those who can see through you. So thank you for that. And now it's just so good that you don't have to do that anymore. So enjoy it. Let yourself be the center of your own world. You've earned it. You deserve it. I love you lots. I'll see you in the extended right now.